Hello, I'm your superhero critic, and I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome, and welcome to some nerdy news. Disney has cast a black girl, has Ariel for their new live action for Little Mermaid, and white people are losing their shit. On the other hand, Disney is also re-releasing the Avengers Endgame into theaters, which will break their other record of Avatar. Seems to me like all you gotta do is have the actress playing Gamora be in paint and you'll have a huge successful film. Also, this year, 2019, marks the anniversary of Batman and the Ninja Turtles. So 80 years of the Dark Knight and 35 years of the Green Machine.
Yo, what you doing?
Talking about nerdy stuff that's new and relevant to our franchises?
You still in my Stitch A.
Don't sit and act like you are the only person that does nerdy related news, Ralph.
True, but I got a review for you.
What you got for me?
Well, since you wanted to bring up the anniversary of Batman and Ninja Turtle, I figured why not the straight to DVD Batman vs Ninja Turtle movie.
Well, this intro was weird. That being said, That Guy Ralf is going to join me in reviewing Batman vs the Ninja Turtles. 2015, IDW Publishing and DC Comics came together for one of my personal favorite crossover comics I have ever read, where they took the Dark Knight and had him clash with the Green Machine of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The 6-issue miniseries focused around Ra's al Ghul working with the Shredder to mutate the entire city of Gotham by crossing the two existing dimensions, forcing the Turtles, Casey, April, and Splinter into Gotham to help Batman stop Ra's and the mutated Rogues Gallery.
So does this crossover film actually stay close to the source material? Let's dig into this movie and find out. We begin at Powers Industrial, where Barbara is touring a new prototype as the Foot Clan attack, but before she can do anything, the Turtles take them down.
Whatever they are, they're going to regret stepping foot in Gotham.
I'm afraid.
Bruce does research on the Foot Clan as Alfred gives him a drink from a Superman mug. Meanwhile, the Turtles look into the Foot to see where they'll strike next, and we see just how sassy Alfred can be.
Shall I tell them no thank you? Mr. Wayne would prefer to let these monstrous ninjas attack so that he might punch them whilst wearing a bat costume.
You'll figure something.
Everybody thinks Alfred's superpower is being a butler, but in reality it's being sassy. Main example, giving Batman a Superman mug.
You know, if Alfred was a superhero, he would be known as Sassy Man because he's just so sassy. Heroes all head to Wayne Enterprises that is about to be mugged by the Penguin, and the Turtles deal with him and his thugs on the outside. Unfortunately, they let the Penguin escape.
So long, cretins! Okay, first of all, it's cretin. If you're gonna threaten me, do it properly.
So occupied, Batman is dealing with the Foot inside and comes face to face with the Shredder, and they have a lengthy fight with both fighters going strong, including the Shredder's gauntlets destroying the batarangs like they were made from cheap plastic. The Shredder then gives a devastating attack.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Shredder warns Batman to stay out of his way while Mikey enjoys the scenery.
Johnny, are you kidding? Does New York have mad blimps flying around for no reason? I mean, like, what are they for?
Alright, well, he's not my personal favorite turtle. Mikey is honestly one of the best things about this film. He is constantly cracking jokes throughout the entire movie and just makes the movie worth watching just to see his stupidity and wisecracking. And honestly, that's why it makes Michelangelo the best character of the film.
The Turtles argue over Penguin, and while tying up the goons, they find the Batmobile, which leads into a fight between the 5 of them, with Batman kicking all their butts while Mikey shoots off joke after joke. It eventually gets to a point where Donnie has the 4 of them vanish.
That's it. I'm calling this. It's Ninja Vanish time.
The Shredder meets with his partner, who ends up being Ra's al Ghul, and the two of them bicker back and forth about each other's jobs and motives, and we see what the new Ooze can do while Damian watches on. Meanwhile, the Turtles do some research on the Bat, and Mikey lists off some of the pros and cons of the Batman.
I broke it down. Awesome. Little bat throwing things, cool car, sweet bat hat. Not awesome, kicked our butts, maybe evil, mean voice.
See, the only con to me about this film is that they took Casey and April from the comic and just took them out of the story completely.
The movie only had room for one guy with a mask kicking people's butts and one redhead badass chick. They couldn't include Casey and April.
Yeah, but I would still rather have Casey and April over Damian and Babs. But that's just me.
Batman and Batgirl discuss the Turtles and having to make an anti-mutagen, while the Turtles use Donnie's intelligence to find the Batcave to only be attacked by Robin, who basically kicked all their butts.
Get off Robin. Now.
You know, if you change the wording around, you could have some very, very wrong things going on at that moment.
Well, if they was to do that, then we'd be watching a whole different Batman Ninja Turtle film. Something like Bestiality.
I don't know if that's a giggity or not. The two groups discuss what they know on both sides, figuring out that they are on the same team. Our villains then sneak into Arkham in order to break out the Clown Prince of Crime himself.
We get some exposition on what the villains' motives are as Barbara and Donnie whip up the anti-ooze. We then get a reference from the second Ninja Turtles film as the teenagers dine on pizza.
Care for some napkins?
What for?
The bat signal goes off and our team agrees to work together, all while Roz and Shredder make the deal with Joker, giving him an ooze canister. The group then meets with Commissioner Gordon.
What are those?
Teenagers. Mutants.
Ninjas.
Turtles.
Just think about your retirement. Someplace where the turtles don't talk and clowns are funny.
See, I know one clown that would be very pissed off if you called him unfunny. Fuck you!
Who was that?
Oh, that's just Rainbow. He's a clown that lives in my basement. It's a garage, you asshole!
A garage is like an outside basement. Gordon lets them know the villains have targeted Arkham, as the Joker lets Harley give the inmates an ooze bath, mutating them all into animals. Once the team gets to Arkham, they split up after finding Hyena Quinn, with the first group consisting of Mikey, Raph, and Damian being attacked by Polar Bear Mr. Freeze.
A polar bear with an ice gun. That is so cool.
I'll show you cool, child.
God, even in animated form, we can't escape the cold puns regarding Mr. Freeze.
Well, at least this film is better than Batman and Robin.
A literal piece of shit is better than Batman and Robin. Speaking of shit, I clogged your toilet. God damn it, Rainbow! Donnie and Batgirl get jumped by Bane, who has become a cheetah, while at the same time, Leo and Batman are attacked by Scarecrow, who is now an actual crow, cause subtlety. Leo then gets a taste of the fear gas he is known for. The first group almost get Mr. Freeze done with, but end up leaving the kitchen for safety. Bane then tries to break Donnie's back like he broke Bruce's.
I'm the man who broke the bat!
I wonder how many people realize that this is a homage to Donnie almost losing his shell, and of course, you know, the Batman knee-breaking thing.
Batman helps Leonardo get over the fear gas, taking down Scarecrow as Mikey's group runs into Poison Ivy, who literally can't move or reach them since she's become a stationary plant monster. They then walk in on Joker and Harley Quinn making out.
Hey, we made it! Ooh, that's...
Ew!
Ugh.
Moving on. During the scuffle that begins, Mr. Freeze freezes Batman to the ground, and the Joker slithers up and injects him with an ooze-filled Joker serum, turning Batman into Man-Bat, who then becomes erratic, needing the group to find and distribute the anti-ooze, causing a tussle over it, but Mikey eventually saves the day.
Rage then meets with Penguin by Ace Chemicals for the Cloud Seeder, only to end up betraying him and his men. We then get more exposition about what Donnie has figured out in Rage's plan. Mikey then makes a startling discovery about Batman's identity.
Did everyone else know that Batman is Bruce Wayne?
Yes, everyone knows who's Batman's mom is.
Martha!
Stop it.
Fine, you're no fun anymore. Always taking away my fun. Batman is pissed as hell over the actions of the last fight and demands that the Turtles leave Gotham. We then get a really good speech from Raph about being a loner and getting help from family when it's needed. The speech actually works as Batman agrees to continue working together.
The group then heads to Ace Chemicals that is highly guarded by the Foot and Race men. But the Turtles bring out the sewer shooter to knock some of the clan down until the mutants come out to play, causing a chase scene around the plant, including a huge-ass Foot Clan T-Rex. Mikey then gets to hit all the buttons on the Batmobile.
I'ma hit all of them!
I've always wanted to hit every button.
Damian injects the dinosaur, turning him human again, while Roz activates the device, but our group is too late as the final battle begins with Batman wanting revenge against the Shredder, while Donnie and Leo fight Ra's al Ghul, eventually ending with Donnie's arm being broken.
The Cedar launches into the air with Mikey and Donnie riding it while Leo solo fights Raish and eventually goes for the low blow and takes Raish down. Batman, however, seems to be struggling with taking Shredder down.
Any last words?
Cowabunga.
What? Cowabunga?
Boom! In your dumb face, Shredhead!
All I know is Batman just said cowabunga, and as a diehard Ninja Turtles fan, that is fucking awesome. Mikey accidentally breaks part of the machine, which leads them to figure out to override it by blowing it up. Batman finally takes down the Shredder, and he gets owned in the typical comedic way. Our team begins to say their goodbyes, only for the movie to end on a great way, with Batman bringing in some pizza for the entire gang to chow. I actually really enjoyed this film. I was laughing throughout all of it, and I actually enjoyed a lot of what they put into this, even though they take some of the stuff from the comic out of it. And it may be my biasness towards Turtles, but honestly, I think this is one of my top 3 Batman films.
Greetings, once again. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that last time I made my intentions very clear. While Orion is just a pest in my way, my main goal is to get to you, Super Hero Critic. 5 years. 5 long years. You've been doing the same damn thing, and it's getting real old. You keep failing your friends, or lack thereof. You can't seem to keep a schedule going. What a disappointment. But I am here to free everyone from your nonsense. After I deal with Orion, rest assured, I am coming after you, so be prepared. Look out for yourself. Don't trust anyone, because I can turn them on a dime.